Today is going to be Friday transmission day, so I'm going to let some of the Mystic Christ energy move through me at the end of this video. And it's a type of some of you that work with me know it's a type of transmission that I do that allows the mystical energies of Christ consciousness to move through us and from me to you, from the Christ consciousness through me to you in the form of grace, based on something that we are calling in. So you can get really specific with the type of grace you want. And so what today's topic is about is power and perseverance. Perseverance from our past can go either two ways. It can either cause us to feel like life was hard and it can darken us, or it can be used for positive power energy. So whenever I am doing something that feels really hard, it could be something just in the moment. It could be I'm exercising and I'm doing something that feels challenging, or I am doing something in the long run that's hard. I have to get up really early without a lot of sleep, which happens a lot when you have a young child, which I have. What kicks in is perseverance. And not everyone, there are spectrums of perseverance. Not everyone has the same levels of perseverance. And a direct correlation with the perseverance that we have is based on your past experiences. So some of you know a little bit about my past, but not a lot of you know about my past. Grew up with a schizophrenic mother and a alcoholic father. I mean, the kind where you come home and he's just there laying passed out every day, day in and day out. And so eventually I went into foster care. And so that past, it could have either darkened my soul or it could have installed, which is what it did, perseverance. So doing a really good job in life anyway, going to school anyway, putting myself into college, figuring out a way to move out of that type of environment and go into a spiritual path and positivity. So every single thing that has happened to you that you may perceive as negative, I want you to tell yourself today, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing. Because if you're here now watching this video, then chances are you're probably on a spiritual path. You're probably on a path of positive perseverance. And that power that you now have is a power that some people, if something happens to them now, they might get really knocked over by it because they didn't have that practice of having to constantly every day wake up and persevere despite their challenges. And that power of perseverance now allows you to do amazing things. So this transmission that I'm about to give is a transmission for allowing you to access the power within to do amazing things. And the transmission is also healing. So we're asking for this transmission to clear and heal any parts of you that have regret, resentment for the things that you've been through, so that you can just take the vital life force and power that's left over and use it to do amazing things in your life. So here we go. So just tuning in, you can close your eyes if you want. The words are just the vehicle for the transmission. You don't really have to listen too much to the words at this point, but you could, but they're just the transmission vehicle. So for all that are going to receive this today, all people in all time and space, it could be years from now, that are going to receive this, sending this grace transmission to go into your cells, to go into every part of your body that's been holding any resistance to this perseverance power showing up as a positive influence in your life, moving through all the gook, the grief, resentments, moving this light in deep into the crown, through the parts of the body where you've been holding this. Allowing it to release and lift. The lifting is happening now. All right, and now we're in the building part. So now allowing the power of this grace to awaken or install a whole other level of power. It can show up as willpower. It can show up as perseverance. It can show up as life force. It can show up as creative energy. Allowing that to be installed or awakened in you right now. Through letting divine grace come in now. And so it is, and so be it. Great to see you guys. See you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful Friday.